Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for April 19th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, we're going to start with a quick geometry pass. I'll let you know if I see anything, but I'm basically just looking for some like easy... actually this one, I found it. So 3 and 5 here. Basically, we're looking at the shape of the givens. If you want a really detailed explanation of what I mean by geometry, I do have a link in the description where I go over that very carefully. And it's a good video. You should watch it if you haven't. But anyway, 3 and 5 here, where do they go in row 3? Well, row 3 doesn't already have a 3 or a 5 place. So that's the first thing we need to check. The second thing is we know it's not in the same box as this 3 and 5. And so these are the only two places in the row 3 and 5 can go. And so this is a hidden 3-5 pair. And that leaves behind a triple here. That's going to be 2, 8, 9. That's not 9. And I mean, this is going to be the 1, 4, 6, 7, right? Just the corollary. I'm seeing the 4 is in one of these two. Oh, actually the 1 and the 4 looking in makes this a hidden 1, 4 pair. And so then this is the 6, 7. The 7 tells us the order, 6 and 7. Very nice. I would normally follow up on place digits, but during the geometry pass, I'm just looking for the easy geometry, and then we can always come back. We do come back and we do a nice pass on every band to find any new deductions. So anyway, this looked interesting, the 1, 6, 7, 9, but we already have 1, 6, and 7. But the 9 is placed. So the 9's not here or here. So the 9 is placed here. That's nice. And then this is a triple remaining. We need 2, 3, 8. I'll fill it just because I think this top band is basically getting filled out. So let's just do that now, if it can. 2, 3. What did I miss? 2, 3, 5, 8. So we know the 5 is in one of these two. And this isn't 8. It's 2, 3, 5. It's not a 3 either. Oh, sorry. Did I? Oh, the 3 looking in here does put the 3 up here. Okay. And so, yeah, this 3, 5 pair. I should have seen that. This 3, 5 pair takes 3 out of there. Okay, good. So this can't be 3. So this is just 2, 5, 8. Okay. I don't know that I want to fill this. Well, there's 2 digits that are only in these 3. We need 2, 6, 7, 8. And so the 6 and 7 are over here. Okay. This is 6, 7, 8. Right, that's all we're going to do there. I do need to make sure I didn't miss any vertical geometry, though. So let's just make sure there's nothing going on here. 6, 7, 9. It's like, I really want this to do something here. But notice how there's 4 places for 6, 7, 9. Now this cell can't be 6, 7. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell, it can be 9. So we can't use that. But it's almost there. That's something to try to remember. Any other like obvious things to look at? 7, 5, 9, 2, 1, and 9. I mean, we know 9's one of these two. We've known that for a little bit because of this place 9, but I just didn't mark it. 1's one of these two, but what about 6, 7, 8? Oh, we already have a 7. So it's just 6 and 8. Darn. So yeah, that's almost there too, but it's not quite. All right, that's it for geometry. I did this top band. I want to look at the verticals though. Let's make sure I don't miss any verticals. So 4 is in one of these two. That means 4 is not here. Unfortunately, 4 could be in any of these. And then the 1 is actually in one of these two. 1 could be in any of these. Okay. 3, 5. We do have 2 5s. We have a lot of these that I took like 5 minutes longer on yesterday's puzzle because I didn't follow up on one of these. What do I mean by one of these? It's because we marked 5 in this box and these 2 cells only, but it would have been these 3, right? There's no 5 yet placed in this row. It would have been these 3 if the 1 weren't there, right? So the 1 is occupying an important spot that 5 could have been in. And so what that's telling us is that we should be looking for where the 5 actually goes in this row because it's not in this box. And so in this case, it's basically any of the 6 cells, not helpful. But sometimes, this is the best way to find when you actually get claiming or singles is when you mark that way. You look at the orthogonal direction. All right. Anyway, and I missed one instance of it, at least one instance of it yesterday, and it wasted 5 minutes of the puzzle for me not spotting that. All right. Anyway, 6 and 7. Okay, we do have these two sevens looking down. Seven's one of these two, and then we also have the sixes. What's a 6 one of these two? See, this we don't have to follow up on because there's already a 6 in this row. That's why we didn't put a 6 here. All right. 1, 4, 6, 7, 9. All right, so we do have two sixes. Actually, 6 is placed. That's quite nice. That places this 6. Let's make sure we follow up properly. I mean, I think we just have two 6s left to place. Yeah, so we've got the 6s in one of these two and one of these two. And that's it. Okay. The 7s. Actually, do put a 7 in one of these two. All right. Am I seeing anything else? The 9. Actually, the 9 is helpful. The 9 looks down. This 9 looks in. That's a crossing on this 7, 8. So 9's in one of these two. And that is going to point into this box along with this 9. This 9 looks down. And so now this is the only place for 9 in the box. That places the 9 here. All right. Anything else looking down through here would be helpful. We have the 2 and the 9. That's it, right? 6 and 7 already in the box. Okay. If this were a 3, it would be interesting, right? Because there's only 3 places. So that would actually place this 1. We get a hidden triple. But we don't know that it's 3. It could be 8 easily. And 8's already placed in the box. Okay. I think that's all we get from the top band. Let's move on to the next band here. 2, 4, and 6. We do have 2 2s. Check for 2 in this column. It's in any of these spots. 2, 4, 6. 6s are basically done. All right. The 4, unfortunately, isn't quite good enough. If there was a third digit that was limited to these 3, we'd have a hidden triple. But it does mean that these 2 are limited because they're not the 2 and the 4, and they're also not 5, 6, 7, 9. So that's already 6 digits they aren't. So we should take a look. And this one's also not a 1. So this one could be 1, not this one. Can't be 2, could be 3. Can't be, oh, this can't be 3 either. This is a naked single. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be 8, but it's not 9. So it is an 8. That gives us the 2. That gives us the 8. Is this down to 1, 3 now? I think it actually is. Let's just double check. It can't be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay. So this is a pair down here. Sorry, I need to make sure I follow up on this properly. I just didn't want to leave this hanging. I didn't want that to be a bad marking. 4 and 5 go down here. That's a 4, 5 pair. What do I want to follow up on? I got this 8, which doesn't seem to do anything. I finished this. No, I didn't finish the 6s. What else did I get? Did I get this 8? I don't remember. Yeah, I got this 2 and 8. Well, 8's in this box is one of these two. I guess we can do that. All right. I think that's what we get out of this. We have the 2 and the 6 here. So we got the 2s already. Let's look at the rest of this box. It's down to 4 digits. We need a 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1, 3, 4. These can be anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Anything else here I want to look at? I don't think so. Let's move on to the next band. We already got the 1s. We already got the 9s. And then 6, 7, 8. We got the 6s. Okay. This band we already did. So clearly we're not done. So the next thing to do is find what I call low-hanging fruit, which is rows, columns, boxes with 4 or fewer open cells. And so we want to look for ones we haven't already marked up. I may have already caught them all, but it's always good to do a little double check here. This box is down to 4. And actually with the 7s here and the 8s here, it's all going to be markable. So we might as well mark the 7s and 8s ahead of time. And then the other 2 digits are the 2 and 3. So that's the markings for that. Now, always want to follow up when you do a marking. Just make sure you didn't cause any kind of pair or triple that you could use. Or I guess a better way to put that is check if you did cause a pair or triple, because then you can use them. I don't think we did anything useful there. Anywhere else? This is 5. This is 5. This might be, actually, it's just not 7. It's not 2 or 7. 2 in this column, 2 places. So this one's not 2 or 7. So this is worth marking. It's just a count, right? We know there's 5 open cells. So maximum possible digits in this cell is 5 to mark. 5 is too many. But we know the column needs a 2 and we know the column needs a 7, and this isn't either of them. We can even see that just in the box. And so 5 minus 2 is 3, and we do mark up 3. At least I do. So it's not 1, 2. It could be 3. It's not 4. It could be 5. It's not 6, 7, 8. It could be 9. Okay. I don't know that there's any other low-hanging fruit. Okay. Did any of the geometry I was looking at resolve? So 6, 7, 9. This can still be 9, unfortunately. And so every 6s are done, so it's just the 7, 9. Yeah, that's not helpful. Oh, what? This whole time there was a 6? Maybe I didn't realize that. Or was it the... Yeah, maybe I didn't realize it wasn't as close as I thought. Because there's already a 6 in the column. I don't know. Okay, so what am I actually looking at here? I may have to look at rows, columns, boxes with 5 because I'm not really seeing much to do here. Looking to see if any geometry got better. It's really hard to see geometry once you've marked up a bunch of stuff. Okay. So what was the rest of this? 2, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, this can't be 6. So this is 2, 7, 8. For what it's worth. Maybe this row. I don't know why I skipped this one, but I want to look at this first for whatever reason. We need 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Oh yeah, we just need the odd digits. That's easy to remember. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. So we need to look to see if any of these cells see 2 odd digits. And unfortunately, none of them do. They all see 1 odd digit, but that's not good enough. This sees a 1, this sees a 9, this sees a 7, and this sees a 1. Great. How about this row then? We need 1, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. So many. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. Well, this can't be 1, 4, 8. Okay. So it's not 1, could be 3, can't be 4, could be 7, can't be 8. 3, 7 only. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. Looking for anything that sees 2 of those. Oh, neither of these can be 4. And so this can't be 1 or 4. So 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. So it's 3, 7, 8. 1, 3, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 8. Okay. Unfortunately, nothing good out of that. These rows with 5 take a lot longer to scan. Did I do this one? I didn't do this one. This has 4 left. We need 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this is 3, 4, 5. This is a 2. This sees 2 and 4. So this is only 3, 5. This sees nothing. Come on, do something. poke with a stick. Do something. Maybe vertically. Maybe there's something vertical that's useful. I already know these were down to 4 each. I mean, I'm really not sure where to look here. What do I do? Is this another hard one today, or am I just missing something obvious again today? Like, okay, so something to hunt for would be cells that just are on their own kind of restricted. And a nice hint that a cell is restricted is if it doesn't have corner marks in it in a box that has corner marks in it. So like this one here, we have to examine it further. But what makes me want to look at it in the first place is we've got 2, 4, 6 placed in the box, but also the 1 and 9 corner marks. So that's 5 digits just from the box that it isn't. So now what we want to do is look at the row like here and here, right? When I say look at the row and column, you want to look there and there for any digits that we didn't already talk about. And so the 7 we also already didn't talk, we didn't talk about. So this isn't 6 digits. So it's down to 3 digits. That's worth marking, right? Because it's not these 5 and it's also not 7. So it's not 1, 2. It could be 3. It's not 4. It could be 5. It's not 6, 7. It could be 8 and it's not 9. So it's down to 3, 5, 8. which is like annoyingly different from its neighbors. But yeah, that's the kind of thing where you can just identify restricted cells, like hone in on ones that might be restricted. So for example, here we've got the similar situation where we've got 6, 7, 8 in the box, but we also have 1 and 9 marked elsewhere. So if there's anything other in the call in here or here that's not a digit we mentioned, then it's worth marking. And the 2 is a digit we didn't mention. So this is not 1, 2. It could be 3, 4, 5. It's not 6, 7, 8, or 9. So math checked out. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5s in here. Oh. Darn, I missed this. When I marked the 3, 5, I guess. I missed this. I don't. Anyway, this is a 3, 4, 5 triple in the row. The easier question we can ask is, where does 2 go in this row? So how could I have learned about the 2 more easily? I mean, in retrospect, you can see it, like this 2C's here, and this 2C's here, and this 2C's here. So 2 in the row is only here. I had to find it through the 3, 4, 5 marking, though. But that does place this 4. It's the only place for 4 now. So that's now down to 3, 5. Oh, and the 2 gives us the 8 and the 7 up here, which gives us the 6. That gives us the 3 and the 2 up here, and the 5 and the 8. And this digit also, which is a 2. That finishes our 6s. Over here, it finishes the 5 and the 4. It finishes this whole triple. Wow. Okay, so that's what we're missing. I think that's all we needed, although I don't have enough markings to just blast the rest of this puzzle. But let's see what we can do. This box is down to 3 digits. We need a 5, 7, 8. Actually, this is just not 5. So 5's down here, I guess. These are 5, 7, 8, 9. So 5, 7, 9. 5, 8, 9. I don't know about this. How about this? 1, 3, 5. It's not 5. Maybe I spoke too soon. Well, at least we have a lot of low-hanging fruit. Here, we need a 1 and something. 8. 1 and 8. So this can't be 8. So that's our 1. That's our 8. There we go. That should help. Actually, that places 8 in the box. If you look, there's nowhere else for 8. We can just double check why. It's because I'm a little paranoid. Yeah, the 8's all look in. So that's our 8. Leaving 3, 5 pair. That's our 7 for the column, giving us 8 and 5. The 7 gives us this 7, and the 8 gives us this 8. All right. What's left? We get the 9 and the 7 here. That gives us the 7 here. We got the 3 when we place that 9. That's 5 and 3 and 5. Oopsie. I meant to clear the 5, not place it. Sure, what's next? This is 2 or 3. It's not a 2. So that's 3, 2, and 3. That gives us the 2 and the 1, the 3 and the 1. 4 and 1. This can't be 3, so that's 4 and 3. This digit's a 1. This digit is a 4. I need a 5 and 9 here. That's 9, that's 5, that's 9, that's 2, and we're done. All right, it took me a bit just to notice the 2 in this row. Unfortunately, we didn't have any like corner marked 2s to help us find that, but we had this pattern. This pattern's interesting, where anything that's going to see this gap and this gap that still needs to be placed in the row is going to be limited to this box. So that's an interesting pattern to look out for that I hadn't really thought about till in retrospect. But yeah, that's a neat one. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.